Action.
Hello, fellow collectors. I'm Anthony with Anthony's Comic Book Art, and I'm here with one of the guys that I've probably known the longest, but we just kind of just say hi all the time. But I remember you, Billy Tucci, when you were wandering around Big Apple Con in the basement, showing people your original sketches and layouts for your first issue of Shi.
Yeah, I was.
And you were with your dad, right?
I was with. Probably Debbie, my wife, was probably.
No, there was a. Oh my God. No. Okay.
Oh well, I don't remember who it would be.
But that was like 30 years ago.
Yeah, that's that literally was 30 years ago when I was trying, almost 30 years ago, and I was bringing around, the whole book was done, and trying to hit retailers up and things like showing, hey, here's my new book, it's coming out next March, and
cool.
A lot of people said, nah, I'm not interested, and then, well, it blew up, and you're one of the first people that was nice to me and actually talked to me in comics way back then.
Really?
Before,
you remember that? Me being nice?
No,
oh my God. It's amazing
nice.
People remember me being nice at any one certain time. But that's cool because that was a time where, Lady Death was
Lady Death wasn't even out yet.
No?
Nope. Lady Death came out in February, and she came out in March of 1994.
Right.
So no, Lady Death didn't even come out yet.
In retrospect, it was, you had Vampirella relaunching from Harris.
Yep.
And then you weren't self-publishing. You were with.
No, I was self-publishing. It's all me. It's all me.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was self-publishing. Lady Death came out in February. He did a chromium cover. It was a huge hit. He only did 50,000 of them. It sold out immediately, and I think with
Stephen Hughes.
Yes, Stephen Hughes, the artist, Brian Pulido, the writer, the creator, and she came out in March of '94. It blew up. My good. We had pre-orders of 37,000 within 3 weeks of that book hitting. We had reorders of over 140,000. I didn't have them. I only made 50,000.
Oh, that's good.
And then Vampirella came out
See,
a
that's
week after.
in my memory as a comic book dealer, and I was doing it on the side and doing those shows. I remember, that bad girl, or what do you want
That's
to
what
call
launched
it?
it. That's what
good girl,
created-
bad girl. To,
Yeah.
super phase. But it's not a phase. You're still publishing to this day.
Yeah, and we've had the best. Our past 2 years are our best in at least 25 years. It's phenomenal. We do crowdfunding, we do Kickstarter, we do Indiegogo. Now we're back in comic shops. We just had our omnibus, which are all gone. I had 6 of them here. They all sold out.
Now your omnibus is
the first omnibus.
Previous stuff from the 90s?
Yes, the first 16 issues of Shi is in our first omnibus. We have 5 omnibuses planned.
Oh, awesome.
And so we right now on Indiegogo and Kickstarter we have the new Shi Senryaku omnibus, which is available, which has 36 individual short stories told by some of the greatest artists in comics history. So I have George Perez, Jim Lee, Mark Silvestri, Adam Hughes, Terry Moore,
Now, is this
Jeff
the new
Smith.
Shi?
That's the new Shi. Yep.
Okay. So she's a different actual person?
No, she's just older. She's now Anna Ishikawa, my character, with the new series that we had, Return of the Warrior, which came out the past 2 years. We did 3 crowdfunding campaigns with that. We're starting up a new one in August called She Gatecrasher. So we have a whole nother new slew of graphic novels
And this is
coming
all
out.
with your own imprint?
All of that's Crusade Comics, still Crusade. Yep, and it's great, Anthony. It's working for Marvel in DC. We love those characters, and you give them everything, but they're also the first to let you know that they're not your characters.
Yeah.
They're their characters, and as Kirby said, comics will break your heart. And it's
It's a difference between having a job and having your own business.
Exactly. So
that's why I do what I do.
Yep, exactly.
Because as a photographer, I never had my own. I was a freelance, and I had to wait for that phone call, and then I had to, be considered, and then I had to book the job.
Yep.
And I either made, that $20,000-$30,000 that month, or I made nothing.
Right.
And that I couldn't stand.
Yep.
So
that's exactly how it was with working for Marvel and DC, despite it being nominated for Eisner Awards or great reviews or your books all sell out. It's all like you were at the will of the editors and whatever they wanted to do, or the president or the publisher.
And again, that's very similar to photography and freelance advertising. I was hired by creative directors, and if those creative directors decide to leave or retire or shut it down,
You're
it's
done.
like your editors. You got to work for your editors, and you can have a run with an editor, and then if he moves on or he goes to another company, you're out of a job.
Right, and that's just the way it is. It's just the way. But if you're a publisher, as I was a self-publisher for 30 years, again, now I have 6 omnibus plans. Plan for the books.
Yeah, and you have passive
Yep,
income.
and exactly. So as opposed to some of my other friends, we've been talking, and I've been telling people forever: create your own stuff, own your own stuff.
Hey, I'm sorry, Joe Quesada. I know you're talking to a lounge singer. Steal your girl.
What, bro? Steal your girl.
Steal your girl. Steal your. That's me. Oh,
Dude,
yeah,
look
I
at
was
you
like, I
bragging,
was a
bro.
baby, man. I was a baby.
You were cute.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dan Fraga.
Yes.
Tell us
Say
a little
hi.
bit about yourself,
Dan
Dan Fraga.
Steal your girl. I interrupted this interview.
So good.
You did. But it's
I am sorry.
No, you're not. All right,
Going to
we'll
dinner
compare
Yeah.
50-year-old pictures later.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I didn't
No, it's all right.
realize. That is such a stealthy camera. All right.
That's all right.
Take 2.
No, it's okay.
It's all good.
So you got 6 omnibuses coming out. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yep.
So your actual run She was about, what, 100 issues or
Close to 100 issues.
Yeah, right?
Yep.
something? That's cool.
And we did, but there are a lot of self-contained miniseries, things like
How you
that.
doing?
Good. We're doing our next on the bus will be Volume 3. Will be miniseries, crossovers, and one-shots, and that's gonna be a lot of fun. Then the one after that will be She the series that we did, monthly series, and then the one after that will be the She Return of the Warrior, our new, now Anna as the characters,
And those are about 10 dozen issues each.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a lot of fun, Anthony.
Oh man,
Can't
I'm
wait,
happy
and I love
for
it.
you. I am happy
thank
for
you,
you
brother.
because
Thank you.
I saw you hustling 30 years ago, and you're still hustling, and you're an
Yeah.
entrepreneur, and you have your own character that you feel good about to push out there and make it happen. And that's what I tell people. It's like, well, how's the show? It's like, I made shit happen.
Right, and I'm very blessed because also with us is that my wife and I, had the company. So it's basically it's a one-income household, but I was able to raise a family. We were able to we have college money set aside for our kids. We have retirement money set aside for ourselves.
Okay.
All because of comics, and all because we did a creator-owned book, a self-published book that we owned it, as opposed to me. And you hear these stories. Look at Dave Cochran. You get
Yeah,
Russ
Dave.
Heath. Look at these guys, what they did, and how they forgot about them, and that these guys couldn't afford to buy groceries and
No.
things like that.
I know
And-
I'm friends with the guy that was supporting Russ Heath and trying to sell stuff that he found underneath his bed, artwork that I bought so he could pay his rent and live until he passed away.
Right, and that's just
And
terrible.
Cochran used to show up at those church shows in tatters.
Right.
Tatters.
It's terrible.
Just trying to scratch out,
That's right, yeah.
a couple $100 so he had.
And it's just awful. It's just awful, but you do your own book, you create your own business, create your own IP. Self-publish. There's never been a better time in comics than to self-publish because you have the internet, right? You have web comics. There are Eisner Awards for best web comic, best online comic. Do your own books, build a following, get a YouTube channel, hype yourself up, hype your books up. You can do it. Anyone can do it. If
So-
it's good, it'll rock.
So we're here at Garden State Comic Fest
Yes.
with Billy Tucci, artist, writer,
Editor.
entrepreneur, and motivational speaker.
Yeah.
So check out all of Billy's stuff at the comic shops or you have a website?
www.billytucci.com.
Awesome. Thanks everybody, and we'll see you in the chat.
Bye, guys.